Here I am in the basement, getting my bike ready to go for a long bike ride. I'm gonna check on the kids, check on the dog. Everyone is good. I'm happy because I'm going on a bike ride. I'm gonna start my Fitbit. It lasts for about 3.5 hours, and I'm going on a 3-hour bike ride. So, really gotta make the most of it here. I am pulling out onto Freeport Road past Fink's Garage with my new red blinking tail light. I'm not going into a construction zone here. This is a makeshift sidewalk while they are fixing the one on the other side of the road. I'm going to pull around here onto the first bridge of the ride, which is the Highland Park Bridge. It goes across the Allegheny River from the north side to the south side, but the river twists and turns. And now, magically, I am near the zoo. There's this cool wall with zoo animals on it, which I never really noticed until I watched the video of this bike ride. Here I am making my way through the Highland Park neighborhood of Pittsburgh. I am at a light which has turned green, and I'm riding through it onto the bike lane. This bike lane goes down Negley Avenue. This is Friendship Circle on my left, which my dad told me he, as a boy, played football in. He lived right around here. This is the Bloomfield neighborhood, which is home to West Penn Hospital, which I just went past. Here I am on Liberty Avenue. Liberty Avenue is one of the bigger roads of Pittsburgh, twisting and turning through many of the larger neighborhoods. From the South Hills, through downtown, through the Strip District, and here to Bloomfield. This is the Bloomfield Business District, and in the middle of the bike lane you see there is a box. That is very annoying because it makes bike riding hard. Luckily there were no cars behind me, so I was able to go around it. I want you all to pay attention to this man here, who is another cyclist. At the light he turns right as soon as the light turns green here, but we are going to see him again. Continuing down Liberty Avenue, soon to be turning on to 40th Street. 40th Street will turn and cut through Lawrenceville and then head back across the Allegheny River back to our original side. This hill, I'm not going to lie, is really fun to ride my bike down. It's pretty steep, and I can go probably 35 miles an hour down it, which is fun. This bridge here is the 40th Street Bridge, like I mentioned, and I'm going from Lawrenceville over to Millvale on the other side. There's the Allegheny River, and there is downtown Pittsburgh.
Okay.
You might have noticed the blimp we'll see a lot later. What is this guy doing?
Ominous clouds, no rain.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. Downtown, like the lighting, it's just amazing. Looks so cool.
Someone had thrown a beer bottle onto the sidewalk, and we were picking up the broken glass. When we saw downtown there, we were looking from the north side of downtown. We're going to see downtown from the north side, the west side, and the east side. This building is a building that has to do with rowing. I think there's a rowing club there. This trail is really nice. It's the Millvale Trail. And here I am downtown. That was the convention center we just saw. And we are now entering the North Shore, which is where all the stadiums are. And there's a whole bunch of guys on segways. I was going to say they all have green helmets, but a couple of them had red helmets. This is the bottom of PNC Park, which is the baseball stadium where the Pittsburgh Pirates play. And there's cool boats that are parked here to see games. The game that's going on right now is a Pitt college football game, and that's probably why the blimp is there. That's Mount Washington behind it, and then you can see the fountain at the point, which we'll see closer up later. That's one of the Gateway Clippers. Here's the Science Center. Man, it's jam-packed with stuff. There's a submarine. We're coming up to the casino, but I don't think that the casino made the video cut. This trail goes past a prison and the Ohio River, and there is an island in the Ohio River. And look at all these cool bridges. There's railroad bridges that go under road bridges with a road underneath it. Lots of bridges in Pittsburgh. And now I am making my way up a very long climb that goes up Riverview Park, which is one of, I think, 4 or 5 county parks. I hope that's right. But what's nice is when you get to the top, you get to go down this fun road, which has lots of twists and turns and goes down a hill, so you can go really fast. There were no cars at all on a Saturday down this road. One thing was a little bit disappointing. This is normally a pretty fun hairpin turn, which has construction on it. But, anyway, it was fun. Then you get to go do that. You get to do about half of the climb again. I mean, if you choose to. Anyone could do it as many times as they wanted, I guess. You don't get to, but I got to. And when you get back to the top, you can go up a little bit further up this hill, and up at the top is an observatory. It is a functioning observatory, and they do have nights where you can go and see the stars through the big telescopes, but they are hard to get tickets to. You can see downtown there for a second, and this is from the west side of downtown, so you could see it. We'll see it a little bit closer in a second. And I remember that guy I was talking about. Here he is again. I got past him, but he made it here fast. He asked me how I got up.
Yeah, how'd you come here?
He says up Federal Street, which is a very steep
definitely
hill.
Shorter.
And he says, well, it's shorter, and I agreed, but it's also hard to bike up steep hills. But when you do get up to the top of the hill, it is fun to go back down the hill. Here's some Sesame Street characters on a building. Some conversation happened in there that is, more fun than a lot of conversations I've had, I guess. Here is downtown from the west side. This is coming down Federal Street, which is a nice view. You can see the blimp there above the stadium. This is Allegheny Commons, or Allegheny Circle. There's the Children's Museum, which used to be Buell Planetarium a long time ago. Here we are going through past PNC Park. This is where you would enter if you were watching the game. Lots of cool statues of baseball players. And this is the Roberto Clemente Bridge, which goes from the PNC Park over to downtown. And it's pretty cool to get into downtown this way. The river makes such a clean line of, outside of downtown and in downtown. So now it just feels totally different from where I was, only 15 minutes prior. And this is 6th Street. It goes past Byam Theater there. Up on the left, a little bit further up, is Heinz Hall, which are just some concert halls. And now we are going to go into Market Square, which is like a cool cobblestone square with lots of restaurants around it. It's a pretty fun place. This is Gateway Center on the right. There's a subway station on the left. T Station is what it's called. And it leads here to Point State Park, which is not a county park or a city park. It is a state park, and it is at the point of Pittsburgh, so it's very accurately named. I'm going under this cool tunnel. In the summer, there'd be water beside it, but it's all cleaned up because of, freezing weather. But the fountain's still on. It doesn't make a lot of sense. They could have left the water there a little longer. Anyway, it's not mine to say. On my right there is Heinz Field, where the Pitt game's going on. Here's the fountain. I said we'd see it later. And here it is. And that is Mount Washington across the river. To my right is the Allegheny River, which becomes the Ohio River. This is actually the Monongahela River. We jumped ahead a little bit. This is the Mon Wharf. Oh, nope. We're on the Stanwix Street Bridge, which is a really cool bridge. Looks like an infinity sign. And now I am looking at the city from the south. That's as much as we're going to see it from the south. I was tempted to ride up Mount Washington, but I didn't. The end. All right, this is the Southside Trail. Last time I was on it, it was gravel, and yesterday I found out that it's all paved the whole way, so that's pretty cool. This is a cool outside amphitheater by Hofbrauhaus, and it had this fun ramp. There's actually a more convenient way to get to where I was going, but I wanted to ride up this amphitheater ramp that switched back and forth because it looked like fun, and because I had a GoPro on, and I thought it would be fun to ride up it with a GoPro. I hope you enjoyed that effort that I gave. Here is Hofbrauhaus, which has it's a brewery, brews beer in the German tradition. 4 ingredients in all the beer. And here's a movie theater, Cheesecake Factory, REI. That's the American Eagle headquarters, corporate headquarters. And now we are going up the ramp to the Hot Metal Bridge. Hot Metal Bridge is has a road bridge and a path bridge here. Originally, it carried hot metal in giant buckets across the river back when Pittsburgh made lots of steel. And now I'm in the Run, which is part of Greenfield. And it goes here. That's the Parkway East Bridge above me, and it has some cool houses in it and restaurants. Oh my goodness, I'm in Oakland already. That was a big cut, but this is a street that's all cobblestone, and I think in the video it doesn't really look like it, but this is a really steep hill. And it is not at all smooth. It is a pain to get up, but because it's a pain to get up, it's kind of fun to get up as well. You feel accomplished. That's the Cathedral of Learning, which is part of Pitt's campus. It's the second tallest educational building in the world. To my left is the original Carnegie Library, Carnegie Music Hall, and Carnegie Museum. And that is Carnegie Mellon University. Over there across the bridge. To my right is Phipps Conservatory. There it is. It has lots of trees and flowers and glass. There's lots of, glass windows, but there's also like glass sculptures inside. And it is a wonderful place to be. This bridge has Shenley Park on the left, and on the right is a nice view of Oakland. Oakland is where Pitt, the college Pitt is. This is a cool tunnel. And now I am coming up to the top of Shenley Park, or where the Shenley Oval is. And we were going to see a nice view of downtown from the east. There it is. And do you think if you look closely, you can see the blimp is still there? Yep. So that's Pittsburgh from the east. About as far away from downtown as Riverview Park was from on the west. So that's kind of a fun part of this ride. This road is called Serpentine Drive. It's a really fun road to bike up. And it's blocked off from cars, so I don't know why they paint it. This is a turn through a golf course, a public golf course in Pittsburgh called Bob O'Connor. And now this is still in Shenley Park. So Pittsburgh has a lot of parks, and you can, if you hook them up in your ride, you can get through lots of cool parks. This is the business district of Squirrel Hill, which has lots of cool stuff. And this road is really fun to ride down because it has a really long flat part at the bottom. So I never really worry about going too fast down it. But it comes down here to 5th Avenue. Which I will then cross over and get near Bakery Square. And Bakery Square is where the battery of my GoPro died. So this is the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. We're going to see Bakery Square first, but then the battery's going to die. So I really hope you enjoyed this video of my bike ride that I did. I've been riding around Pittsburgh, and I've been thinking it'd be really cool to show people how cool Pittsburgh is. And all the cool places you can get to on mostly bike lanes. It's feels safe. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it.